Hello, everybody. Welcome to Erndales. My name is Dale, and this is my YouTube channel, Erndales, and I am so happy to see you today. I want to say a very, very big, warm welcome to all my new subscribers. For some reason, there's been another big poof of subscribers, of which I am so thankful. And also a very warm welcome to my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I really do appreciate it. So I'm up here in the studio today. I'm kind of up here, but I'm not doing a darn thing. I came up to do some stitching, but I haven't been very successful. That seems to be the case about everything that I'm doing this week. I have had some issues with my shoulder ongoing for a few weeks already, and now it's gotten to the point where I really can't do anything. I'm actually quite frustrated with myself, but I am doing a little bit of exercising. I found some exercises. I'm giving it a try. I don't know what it is. I suspect it might be from snow shoveling. I can't think of anything else that I've done that would cause this, but I hope it goes away very soon because it's very frustrating not to be able to do the things that I want to do. So yeah, I thought I would do a little stitching, but I maybe put 3 stitches into this. I'll show you what I was working on. I'm working on this pouch. This is what I'm doing following Roxy's new stitch along, and actually, I'm not enjoying this at all, if I'm perfectly honest. Not that I'm not saying that I'm not enjoying the pouch or the stitching. I'm not enjoying what I have put together. I've discovered somehow, and I'm going to go off on a little bit of tangent here, I've somehow discovered that this look is not me anymore. I don't like shabby chic. I used to really love it, but I really don't anymore. I really am more drawn to neutrals and more kind of rough looking things. This prettiness is too pretty for me, but I will make it, I will finish it, and I will give it away. Or yeah, I'll give it away to somebody else because somebody will love it, just not me. I mean, it's nice, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with the construction or, my stitches are all really nice and everything, but it's just not me. I think I'm more heading towards the primitive side of things now, which I've also always really liked primitive, but in this kind of thing, I think I'd like something more neutral. Anyway, now let's get back to what we were talking to before. So I'm in my studio doing nothing, looking out the window. I went and got my hair cut this morning, and I got a shag, which is how I used to wear my hair in the 70s, 80s. I wore shag all the time, but it was more of a curly shag. I would get like a really loose perm, but I don't want to perm it. But yeah, this is nice. I liked when I went to see my hairdresser today, I said, I like the length. I do like the length because now that I'm losing a little bit of weight off the face, and I've reached 30 pounds I've lost. So, woohoo, bring out the sweets. No, we won't do that. Anyway, so I said I do like the length now, but I didn't like it. I had a blunt, sort of a bob before. And so I said, layer it. So she gave me nice layers, and I'm really happy with it. I think it's going to be good. Although I don't like how she styled it. I don't do this, poof poof thing. But whatever. It looks okay. So yeah, I've reached, I've lost 30 pounds on Weight Watchers. I am following Weight Watchers, and I have done it before, and I've talked to you about this before as well. But for any new viewers, I had lost 80 pounds with Weight Watchers years ago, and then I got breast cancer, and I managed to, well, I lost the 80 pounds, and I kept it off for a year, and then I got breast cancer, and the medications that I was on for 5 years, 6 years actually, following breast cancer really packed on the pounds, and I could not lose weight. I tried everything and I could not lose weight. So if you are on tamoxifen and you have gained a ton of weight, know that it's not you. it is a tamoxifen. They've known that now. Back then they didn't, but they do know it now. So skipping ahead, I had put on a lot of weight, and I decided my knees were bothering me, my hips were bothering me, back, everything was bothering me. And I decided to go back on, and I'm on the new program. This is totally different Weight Watchers than what I was on back then. And back then I'm talking 18, 19 years ago. And it's working just as fine as the first one did. So I'm very happy, and I'm going for 50 more pounds. I want to lose at least 80, if not 100 pounds total. So I have a long way to go, but I'm encouraged. I'm not worried about it. I know the program works, and it works for me because I have to keep track of what I'm putting in my mouth. That is always what has worked for me with Weight Watchers, is the fact that I'm counting everything and putting it down and accounting for it. That's just my personality. I have to account for things. So it does work for me. So I'm very happy about that. So yes, I have, now what was I talking about? I completely forgot. See, I'm going all over the place. I'm up in my studio and I'm getting nothing accomplished. And obviously I'm not getting much accomplished in this video either, because I'm just yammering. I haven't got a video on Molly for today because I'm finding that I'm working on this second and third layer, and with this shoulder thing that's going on with it, whatever's going on with the shoulder, I'm finding that just the movement, the shoulder movement of pushing or guiding the material through the machine, because I'm not hand stitching it. I could not hand stitch through 3 or 4 layers of denim right now or ever. So it is being done on the sewing machine, but it's just, the movement is not working out with the shoulder. I can't knit. I tried. I cast on some socks. That's not working. I definitely can't knit on the Afghan because it's too heavy on the arm. So I'm kind of stuck right now, doing not too much. But yesterday I did do some crafting, and I had a whole bunch of fun doing it. And I took some video, and I'll show that to you in just a minute. The other thing I have been doing is I brought up my boxes of seeds, and I've been going through all my seeds for spring planting, because I do start my own seedlings up here in my studio at the other end. And I mean, it's way too early for that yet, but I do start a lot of perennials, and those I can start next month. So I've gone through all my seeds, and I've organized them, and I've made lists. I've gone through all the seed catalogs, and I've got lists there. So I know exactly what I need to order, and I'm going to be doing that this weekend. And I've also been drawing out plans for my new garden project, which I just started last year, and I hope to really get into it this year, and that's doing my secret garden. So that's sort of what I've been doing. But I want to tell you a really funny story. Something happened to me yesterday that it was just goofy. I can't even say. I was tired because I had not slept very well because of the shoulder. And so I decided to come up here. That rocking chair there is my favorite rocking chair in the whole world. I have gone through breast cancer in that. I have gone through uterine cancer in that. And it's just my comfort place. So I have a really old iPod. It's one that has a screen, and it used to be able to connect to the internet, but it doesn't connect anymore. But I have loaded my own playlists from my computer on there of music that I love. So I thought, I'm really tired. I'm just going to come up, sit in my chair, cover up with my little blankets, and put my big earphones on and listen to some of my favorite music. So I did that, and I fell into a really, really deep sleep. And we had scheduled a chat with Gary's sister for the evening. So we decided that we wanted to have an earlier supper. So I had said to Gary before I came up here, don't let me sleep past 4 o'clock if I fall asleep. So I woke up and I had fallen into a really deep sleep. And I looked at the iPad clock and it said 5:30. And I thought, oh my gosh, like I haven't made supper, we have to da 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 da. And I thought it can't be 5:30. It was light out still, and we're starting to get quite dark by 5:30. Even though it is lightening up considerably, it still is, it's darker. Anyway, I thought I better check this clock. So I went into the settings and up pops the calendar. And on the calendar, it said it was January the 8th, 1970. And I had been in a really, really deep sleep. And for a minute, not even a minute, a microsecond, I thought, I went to sleep. I was 68 when I went to sleep, and I woke up and I'm 15. I haven't even got my driver's license yet. Oh, it was hilarious. So I quick ran downstairs and I said to Gary, I haven't even got my driver's license. Of course, he's looking at me like, she's lost it. And I showed him what my calendar said. And he just looked at me and he said, how is that even possible? There wasn't even iPods in 1970. And I said, I don't know what happened. But anyway, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, so, it's just been a funny time. And I really need this shoulder to get better because I have a lot of things that I need to get done, even before gardening. But for sure, I need this shoulder to be good because my garden project for this year is going to be a back-breaking, labor-filled project. And of course, I want to do it all by myself. So anyway, that's the way it's going right now. So I'm going to show you the little clip here of what I got up to yesterday. Lots of fun. And I'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more. Here we go. So today I'm fooling around with dyeing fabric again. And this time I'm using onion skins. So I have rolled up a bunch of fabric and tied it up with crochet cotton. And it's been sitting in here for about an hour. And I'm taking them out. And they have dyed beautifully because these were white. When I was a child, 60 years ago, we're talking a long time ago, this was how my mom dyed our Easter eggs, was in onion skins. And I used to think, before I was old enough to understand how she did it, I used to think it was just magic that the eggs went in white and came out just a beautiful bronzy brown gold. It depended on the onions, obviously, but I just thought they were the most special onions ever. And eggs, they were wonderful. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm using onion skins, which does make a beautiful color. I'm not using any fixative or mordant because I just don't feel like it. I understand the process. I understand the reason why mordant is important, but I don't understand the concept of talking about natural dyes when you've used a really harsh, dangerous chemical first. It's just not something that I agree with. So none of this fabric, now this was white. Look at how cute this is. Where are you? Look at how cute that is. This fabric is not going to be put in the sun. It's not going to be worn. It's going to be used for slow stitching, for little pieces, for journals, all that kind of stuff. So I really don't, number one, I don't care how dark it gets because I'm finding that each fabric takes the color up naturally a different color. Like for instance, look at this one. This one took it up way different than this one. Can you see that? You probably can't because I've got you so far away. Hold on, I'll show you. Look at the difference. Mordant or no mordant. So I'm taking all of these out of here. This water is really hot, by the way. And I've got some lace bits that I want to put in here. And I already took some out. I've got some hanging upstairs, so I'll take you up there and show you how pretty this is. And I'm even going to keep the crochet cotton because it dyed too. That's it. So I'm going to grab some of my laces and put them in here. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. I got quite a bit of stuff here. Oop, there went that one. These are just things that I've cut out of doilies and things. I got a lot of these, so I want to turn quite a few of them. And then I have this piece here. That's going to go in there. Look at already. And then I have this piece here. That's going in there. This is a piece off my wedding dress. That's going in there. This piece is already in a crew. That's going in there. And that other little piece. I like how this looks. Wherever there's a satin stitch, it doesn't really take. And then I cut up a couple of tablecloths. I think these were commercially done, but I'm going to throw them in there. There's little nice little piece. Throw those in there, and this is the corner of that piece. That's going in there. And then I had a table runner. I think my mom stitched this, and it had bluebirds all over, and I've got a lot of bluebirds, and I've actually put one on one of my pouches that I'm working on, and it has this had a really nice edge to it as well, a crocheted edge. So I'm sacrificing a few of the bluebirds. There's a big one, and there's a little one. They're going in there. And then another piece of ecru lace that's going in there. There's a bunch of edgings that are going in there. Oh, this little funny little piece, it's going in there. And then I have this piece. It's from a doily, and it has all these things in here. That's all going in there. And then this piece as well. So let's see if we can get it all in there. Just gonna move this around. And I'm actually going to turn the heat on and cook it a little bit, because that will release some more color, I think. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. Okay, let's turn on the heat a little bit. No, not on high. Let's just do it on low. And I'm going to go upstairs, and I'm going to unroll these and hang them up to dry. So I'm going to take you with me, and I'll show you the ones that I've already done. Let's go. So So here are some of the pieces that I've already done. Look at this. It's so interesting to see the different tones in the browns. This piece of cotton really absorbed that. Look at this one. And then, of course, when you tie it in a bundle, you get this kind of effect. And this one I pleated, and I got this effect. There's a piece of lace in here. Oh. A little piece of lace. This was a little piece of fancy fabric. All of this is dry. I just hung this up maybe a half an hour ago, and it's already dry. So I'm going to take this down, and we're going to hang the rest that I just took out up. So there's the new batch that I just took out. Look at how different these colors are. They're really beautiful. I'm really happy with this. I even put a printed fabric in there. To be perfectly honest with you, I like this better than tea dyeing. I like the color variation way better than tea dyeing. I don't think I'll ever tea dye again. I'm just going to onion skin dye from now on. This one I had folded. Look at that one. Isn't that beautiful? I'm very happy. Very happy with this. So this pot has a mixture of white onions and red onions in it. And I think I'd like to try it with just red onions. I think that would be so beautiful. But already these are starting to look really, really nice. I'm going to show you. I can get my hands in there. I don't think it's that hot. Yeah, it is hot. Look at how pretty that's turning. And it just, look at this one. Oh, look at this one. This one was ecru already. And now it's turning even darker. It's almost turning like a mustardy color. This was the white. I got to get these down in here a little bit further though. I don't want to add water because that'll just dilute the color. Oops, that's my finger. Try not to dump my phone in the water. That wouldn't be so good. I'm going to leave these in here for about an hour and just let them die away. I love doing this, you know. It's just a lot of fun. And this is all a preliminary to dyeing with flowers and doing some echo printing and stuff like that. But I really don't want to be using mordants. I was going to say bordants. I don't really want to use mordants, so I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. And the other thing I want to try is rust dyeing. I think that would be fun. And I know a farm that probably has a lot of old rusty parts laying around. I'm going to have to pay it a visit and see what I can find. Things like springs and big nails and anything with a little bit of a pattern on would make such a cool dye. Okay, I'm just going to leave this now and I'll come back to it in an hour. After lunch, I'll come back to it. We'll see what it looks like. So I thought I'd show you some of the outcomes of the dyeing process, because I have some befores and afters here that I can share with you. So I have some are lace and some are fabric. I'll start with the fabric ones first. So this one is just a piece of cotton printed fabric, and this was the way it looked originally. And this is the way it turned out. I like this way better than this. I find this very glaring, but this is so nice and soft. So that's one piece. This one I didn't think was going to be that different. Oops, I just dropped something. This was how the fabric was originally. I don't have as wide of a fabric, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult to see, but this is how it turned out. Quite different. And again, I like the muted one way better. Now, this one was a piece of, I'm pretty sure this was a commercially made, it wasn't even a, I think it was a dresser cloth or something like that. So there's the original. And I just have cut up pieces because I cut this all up. So I'll show you. Okay, let's do this one here. There's the original. And there's the dyed one. Quite a difference. I like the dyed one a lot better. And there's a little one. I don't know if there's a little one on here I can compare it to. No, there isn't really. But yeah, I like, where did it go? I like that smaller one. I like this better than this. So there's that. And then there was a dresser scarf that my mom had embroidered. Now where did it go? I got too much stuff here. Here we go. She had embroidered birds on it, and it was full of holes. So I just cut the birds out, and I'm going to use them on other projects. But here's the one that I dyed. I like it. I like it a lot. I have a little one here somewhere too, but I don't know where it went to. So those turned out really good. I was very pleased, but where I saw a huge difference was in laces. For instance, I'm losing my befores and afters here. Here we go. This piece of crocheted lace turned into this. It doesn't look like much on here. Let's try it this way. I do like this. I think it's very nice. Get your hand off it, Dale. So that turned out really nice. This little piece of crochet, do it that way. Crochet turned like that. Very lovely. This little piece of trim, I don't know what this is. It's not, it was a piece of my mom's. She used to make wedding dresses, and one of the veils had this on, I think, that she made. But I really like how this one turned out. Very antique looking. Very pretty. And then I had a big square of, it was like this. It was another commercially made cloth. And it turned out like this. So quite a bit different. Very nice. And this piece of lace, I can't find the rest of it. I don't know what I did with it, but this was a white piece. In fact, I've got a piece of this on this piece that I'm working with. Oh, there's the needle. That's this piece here. Well, it turned out quite a bit darker. That's this piece right here. I've stitched over it, but I do like this. It would show up so much better being that color, wouldn't it? And then there's some really nice fabric colors. Like, look at these colors. This is such a variety of colors. And this one I scrunched up like this, and then I tied string around. It was one of these, and look at how pretty it turned out. It's lovely. It's got nice colors on there, nice variations. This was just an end off of something. It really took the color. I love it. This was a white piece that had some print, you know, one of those white on white prints. Isn't that gorgeous? So I think this was a big success. Here's another little piece. Just tiny little pieces, but they all took it differently. And to me, that's what made it just such a big success, because I have such a variety of colors now. And I have somewhere here it is, a piece of this kind of, what do they call this? It's lace, but it took the color. The cotton took the color, but the white stayed on the stitched part, which is so pretty. So I'm really happy. I've got a lot of fabric now that has these different tones of creams and golds, browns. Some of them actually were quite brown when they came out, and different colors of golds and browns, and I just think they're fantastic. Look at this one. So I'm very happy with that, and I will do that again. Like I said in my video, this was a better result than any tea dyeing I've ever done. And I've done a lot of tea dyeing with really a lot of teas, you know, like 14, 15 bags of tea. Never got me this result. And the other thing, I didn't have a lot of onion skins. I just scooped up what was in the bag. You know, when you get that meshy bag, and there was a bunch of stuff in there. I just threw that in the pot, and then I keep my onions in a basket underneath one of my cabinets, and there was some loose ones from red onions in there. I threw them in, but it wasn't a lot. It wasn't even a handful of onion skins. So, you know, the more you put in, the darker you're going to get. And I wanted, next time we go grocery shopping, I'm going to buy quite a few red onions, and I want to do just a red onion one, because I think that would be awesome too. So even this little piece, you saw me throw this one in. Look at how cute it came out. So I'm very happy with the results of this. I think it's going to be something that I will do again, but for now I've got a lot of fabric that I can use, and I will be using this because these are the more in tone with the colors that I like. The earth tones, the reds, the oranges, the yellows, greens, but the dark muted ones, not the bright ones. This one here was a bit of a disappointment. The original fabric was this, and although I love the leaves, I could never stand this fabric because of the white background. So I really hoped that it would tone down, and it did a tiny little bit. Really, you can see the difference, but I'm going to do this one again in red onion skin and see what happens, because I would like to be able to use this fabric. I like the green part of it, but I don't like the white. It was in a bundle of fabrics that I got for something. I don't know. It was in a bundle of fat quarters. And the leaves are very useful, but the background is just too glaring for me. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again on Sunday. And I will say it now, but I won't actually post it because I don't want the trolls getting involved. I will be announcing my 1,000 subscriber giveaway on Sunday. So if you're going to want to be in on that, you have to be a subscriber. And I'll show you what you're going to win, and I will start that on Sunday's video, and you will have a week or two to subscribe, and then I will do my draw. So have a good week, everybody. Oh, well, the rest of the week anyway, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye for now. Take care.